Here we go.
Space, the final frontier.
That is actually
These are
Shatner.
the voyages of the Starship
Yep.
Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new
Gee,
worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations.
Yeah, look at that
boldly
bitmap.
go where no man has gone before.
I can't wait for this video to also get blocked, because that's just close enough to the intro for the show.
It's doing the theme, and Shatner's voice, therefore,
Oh god.
you're dead, mate.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, but you have to kill your YouTube channel. It's for your own good. We know better than you.
So this is the enhanced CD Rom version of the original game. That came out a year after the floppy disk version. This was 1992, and it just launches right into Mission 1. So,
Alright, here we are.
Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration. The galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
he's not kidding. Alright, hit S, hit W, and from the get-go, the very first thing this game has you do is Starship Combat.
Blow 'em up!
Not just Starship Combat, but combat with another Constitution-class ship, and oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's not behind you because honorable combat.
Naturally. So this is Starship Combat. It's probably...
It's no bridge commander.
It's probably the least good part of this game, honestly. This is simplified wing commander. We are dogfighting in gigantic starships.
Yeah,
You can shoot
Yeah.
phasers and torpedoes.
ramming speed.
We can also have Mr. Scott here, like, focus on repairing a certain...
Oh,
Yep.
that symbol, that's the engineer symbol in Star Trek Online. I thought they just made that up. Yeah.
Yeah?
Not the ship, but yeah, that symbol behind it.
I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, shields, phasers, photon torpedoes, sensors, bridge, hull, which we die if that
Right.
breaks, and engines.
Uh-huh.
Since we've taken some hits to the shields, we'll just immediately tell them to work on that. I can also
I need more
control...
power, Scotty.
Well, we can hit E and activate emergency power, which boosts your engines and pretty much everything for a short time.
Too bad they're behind you.
Up at the top, you'll see stuff like the phasers ready, photon torpedoes. Ah, we won.
Oh.
I can go over that a little bit more detail after this.
And in case it wasn't obvious, the radar's in the middle.
Yeah, so... you're not really expected to win that, but it's not actually that difficult.
But you're Kirk, so of course you win.
Yeah.
Sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
You got it, Admiral.
God, the TOS bridge is so noisy.
I was gonna also say, yeah, fair warning, anytime we're on the bridge, this doesn't stop. Like, this is authentic noise from the TV show, but they went way too far with its volume. You can't adjust it.
That's a tricorder, that louder click beat.
The whirring, clicking...
Who's tricording the bridge? Spock? What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, Spock? Oh.
Looking over his shoulder at Kirk.
So you can talk to Spock.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a course for the Pollux system, sir.
All right, sure. We'll do that here in a second.
You can kind of tell Leonard was getting up in years.
All of these
at this
characters, I
point.
mean, all the voices. This is 1992, so Undiscovered Country's been out. All the crew's definitely in their later years. So, and it's a
Yeah.
little jarring to hear like old Kirk and old Spock with like voices on 60s Kirk and 60s Spock bodies.
It's not as bad as STO, like I told you yesterday.
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
Especially
It's
Mr.
very elderly,
Scott.
Leonard.
Like, especially like old James Doohan is very easy to catch there. Also, McCoy will be very obvious that he's pretty old too. Okay, so up at the top,
Arming weapons.
let's just do a test fire. You actually
You
have
know, we got
indicators for.
finished blowing up our sister ship.
It was a mock battle. It wasn't real.
Blowing up.
You can adjust speed with the number keys. 1 is a full stop. Tilde is actually sort of reverse. Very slow reverse. And then all the way to 0.
Do you have limited photons?
You have unlimited photons and unlimited phaser energy. Yeah. Photons are just slower phasers in this. That's as far as the game. Like I said, Starship Combat, it's nothing very special. So
Not the focus.
up at the top, the very top bars are the status of our engines. It's basically our engine health, left and right, top and bottom. And if I hit E, well,
Take it, Captain.
we can't do that again, actually, but the little blocks light up when you're in emergency power to the engines.
Oh.
Okay, so
Save new game.
So this is a 90s adventure game.
it sure is. So,
Orders are to proceed to the Pollux system.
Pollux system,
They
huh?
sure are.
Tell us about the Pollux system.
Pollux 5 system. An inhabited satellite of Pollux B. Pollux
So
5
there's a lot of shit you can just look up on the computer. A lot of stuff. An insane amount of stuff. And every single word of it is voiced. It is bonkers.
Is this the TOS computer voice?
Yes.
No, actually.
As far as I know.
okay. So this is.
I believe it
Her,
is.
her name escapes me.
I know who you're talking about. Actress who played Luxwana.
Lexana Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are entries on everyone on the bridge, everyone in the Enterprise, pretty much all the main characters.
James Tiberius Kirk,
Well, of course.
current captain of the USS Enterprise, the youngest captain in the history of Starfleet. Captain
Man, I can't believe they went from Kirk to Picard, youngest to so old.
It's 59, apparently, at the start of TNG. I was
Yep.
surprised too.
He's his character is older than Patrick Stewart is.
Yeah.
Uncodable in English language. First officer of the USS Enterprise.
Wait, what?
I don't know what they're
Un-
talking about there. Uncodable in the English language. I really don't know what they mean by that.
Huh?
I hear that typing. You're looking it up. By all means.
Current chief surgeon of the Federation Starship USS.
Full name generally considered unpronounceable by humans.
One of the finest medical researchers
Okay.
in the Federation.
This is.
But his techniques have caused him to be
Is that all you're gonna give me?
in the medical community.
Full name is Shin Sakai
Full name.
Spock.
Lieutenant Commander
Jin?
Montgomery Scott, Chief Engineer of the USS Enterprise. Montgomery Scott is one of the most respected.
That. I don't know if you have your Steam
Oh, let me see.
chat
I can see it.
covered.
Lieutenant Uhura
Okay.
is the chief
Shinkai Spock, huh?
Enterprise.
Huh.
Uhura
That's his name. Don't wear it out.
of the Enterprise and is considered an expert computer analyst, specializing in communications equipment and linguistics. Daystrom, Richard, widely considered the father of modern artificial
It's not
intelligence.
fully accurate, though. This game is not bug-free.
His
Uh-oh.
As you might be noticing, it's reading off someone else's log here for Chekhov. No! Hikaru! Hikaru! He's Japanese, goddammit! Not Hikaru!
This is the 90s. This is the 90s. No one knows how to pronounce Japanese. Can we can we find the entry that they pasted over Chekhov?
I think it said something about the Daystrom Institute.
Daystrom AI.
Daystrom Richard Daystrom. Now it's playing the right one.
Yeah. Wow. Poor Chekhov.
Yeah, they did Chekhov dirty. That is not my name, Captain. Like, there's stuff on Klingons.
Scotty, when you need a full overview of the AI when we get back to base.
That has used genetic manipulation to stratify their population. Their homeworld is Klingons.
Remember that? Kling?
No. No. Like I said, I really haven't seen TOS. Huh, genetic modification, that explains a couple things. Huh.
Over planets in the disputed area have been slowly advancing, hindered by recent Klingon technological exchanges with the
We need to see if that mission in SEO is replayable. It's so weird, but also explains things.
Let's see. Here's an interesting tidbit about the Romulans in TOS. I didn't realize this.
On a sensor, the two races appear very similar. Their individuals are known for being more passionate and emotional than their Vulcan counterparts.
Which is to say it all. What?
To some, the Klingons are maintaining them as a client state to antagonize the Federation in a move that circumvents the Organian peace treaty.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
See. Huh.
So the reason the Federation and the Klingons aren't at war right now in this part of the TOS is this incorporeal race of people are just like, no fighting! And can apparently just stop all starships anywhere, make them immobilized. I don't know. TOS is weird. 60s sci-fi.
Yeah. I mean, this is a show that basically said, okay, what have we got going on down in Lot 5? Oh,
Yeah.
they're doing a World War II thing. Bring those uniforms in, soldier.
Oh,
We'll do a time travel episode. Or a Mirror Universe episode.
Headquarters of the Federation and Starfleet.
What else? Oh, of course.
Oh, of course.
Discovered by Cyrano Jones on a planet whose location is unknown. These giant animals have, with some alterations, become a favorite pet on many Federation planets.
Oh, not gonna read the rest? I guess the computer got feeling a little lazy today.
Wow, Mr. Scotty, we really need that checkup. That at Starbase.
But yeah, they release emphatic waves that make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Unless you're a Klingon.
Yep.
In which case you're just like,
And they
I
are-
hate this.
Yeah. And they are a heal buff in STO.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you can equip your crew with tribbles, and when you click on, they'll take them out and stroke them, and your
Aw.
HP will regen fast.
That's cute.
Some give you buffs.
That was actually a plot
Unless you're
point
Klingon.
in the Tribble, is that their episode is that there was a guy, a Klingon pretending to be human somehow. Well,
Which is much easier back in this era
TOS.
because
Oh yeah, you'll see.
they-
We'll probably run into some
Yeah.
Klingons.
Uh-oh.
All right, so let's go to Pollux 5.
Uh-huh.
Where was that?
Well,
So
it's in Pollux 5.
welcome to the game's copy protection.
Hell yeah.
I think it's So what happens if
Access your
we...
childhood memory bank.
What if we go to the wrong place?
Uh-oh. You die. Or you want to die.
We're off course, Captain.
Thanks, Chekhov.
There are Elassie ships closing rapidly, Captain.
Uh-oh.
This is a mess now, isn't it?
Damage control standing by, sir.
Message from the Elassie captain, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
You shouldn't have come here, Kirk. Now we must destroy you.
Oh no,
Never
Elastic
should've come here.
pirates!
Disarming
Never should have come here.
arming weapons.
I'm not going to survive this, probably, but this is probably the more survivable scenario. It's usually like
There are
4
2 of
ships. And then they just immediately murder you. I'm actually kind of surprised. There are a number
These are
of...
the continuing fuck-ups of James T. Kirk.
Well, it doesn't matter, because that severely affects your mission score if you go to the wrong place. There are also events where you either cross over to the wrong, like the Klingon or the Romulan neutral zone, and then you die pretty much immediately.
Yeah, you know, the Romulan neutral zone, the middle of the Federation.
In the middle of the Federation of Planets, yes. So, luckily, I have right here the star map.
Yeah, OBS. Oh, okay.
Which comes with the GOG version of this, thank God. And a bunch of things in PDF format, including the manual and a hint book if you need it.
Alright, let's all
Okay.
point to the right star.
We're looking for Pollux, number 19. Alright, it's that one. Oops, that's
Not
the
that
game.
one.
That's the game. Alright. This one, right?
Let's hope.
We have arrived at Pollux 5.
Here we are.
And everyone clapped.
Disarming weapons.
So...
Not gonna shoot the planet?
No, we're not going to shoot the planet. You also can't fly into it. Like, you fly really close, but you just go through it.
Oh.
So, we can't beam
I
down.
was about to say... there's something you can't pass through in this?
So we can't beam down yet. We have to tell... our
Establish standard
helmsman
orbit.
to establish standard orbit.
Entering
Yep.
standard orbit.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Let's go see how things are down there.
I'm sure they're just fine.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
So we always beam down.
Better.
Doc, please.
I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
Ah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna check something real quick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's fine. It'll just take a second. I do need to fly there again, though.
Kirk.
Captain, we've engaged our warp drive with our weapons armed.
Disarming weapons.
Is the thing you want to tell us?
Entering standard orbit.
Here we go. So we can actually use Uhura.
Message from High Prelate Robert Angevin, sir.
Welcome,
Ah.
guys. The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
That's
So
all
we
you
just
get.
skipped the step.
Spock, come with me. Mr.
Yep.
Scott,
What, Captain?
Get in the transport, Spock.
This is...
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
Yep, that's old Forrester Kelly. So we always beam down with Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and Ensign.
Everett, who has never
Red
been this
shirt.
close to snow before in his
Ensign
life,
red
gazes
shirt.
with childlike fascination at the ground.
Aw.
Spock raises
Wow,
an
he's
eyebrow.
already dead.
Dr. Leonard McCoy, the finest doctor in Starfleet, wishes that he were on a warmer planet.
this planet's as beautiful as everyone says it is.
The trees, the fresh air, the freezing cold.
Come on, Bones. The cold will improve your circulation.
some people get too much circulation.
Captain, demons and supernatural creatures are, almost by definition, illogical. Yet it is evident these people believe what they have seen. Barring illness or mass hysteria, I agree that a real problem seems to exist.
Doctor, you need to
Thanks.
investigate the possibility of disease, mental or physical, among these people before we go chasing up the mountains. Prelate and Gibbon, may we see those who have encountered the demons.
They are already gathered in the chapel and will cooperate in any way with you. First door on my right.
I've never seen snow like this before. This is great.
You mean you've never built a snowman, Ensign?
I've never even thrown a snowball. Do you think anyone would mind?
Maybe he's from like the south or something.
Well,
Maybe.
Later, Ensign, we have work to do.
Of course, sir.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the U.S.
So we have dialogue
We have
options.
received word that alien
Oh
life
boy.
forms are creating problems
Indeed.
at your mining facility.
And you are being graded at every turn.
Yeah, actually, not every single dialogue option will affect our grading at the end of the mission, but most of them will. The safe bet is to kind of go ahead and pick the one that's the most Kirk-like. What would Kirk actually say?
Most High Prelate and Gibbon,
He
I am
probably
honored
wouldn't
to
be this.
Consider
This is a
my
bit
divine
too
duty
much.
to assist you in any possible way.
Laying it on
The
too
spawn.
thick.
A bit too thick. And then we got this one.
Been seeing ghosts and boogeymen, eh? I find that a little hard to believe.
Full renegade
I'm
there.
Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating
So
problems
Kirk
at your
is a
mining
bit
facilities at
more
Idaho
rough
Mine.
and tumble
Tell
than,
me
say,
more.
He is.
Picard.
He is a cowboy.
He is the cowboy, but he's still a professional Starfleet captain. Here to do a
Some
job.
would say.
Yes.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see?
And the first choice isn't always the right one. Sometimes the game will try to trick you into complacency by sneaking one of
Demons,
these
gates of
options
hell,
as
this
like
is
the first
25th
choice.
century. Aside from seeing
So you
demons,
do have to
has
kind of
any
pay
hard
attention
data
a
been
little.
collected? Any evidence I could see?
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship
Like,
capable of
Jesus.
destroying your planet with campfire stories? No wonder you were dumped out here in the middle of nowhere. What can you tell me about the mine itself?
Right? You could be a real asshole.
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery.
I can't believe this is what Kirk was actually thinking during all those episodes.
The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Candray to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Candray was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
I mean, this is pretty standard operating procedure for TOS, as I know from what I know of it.
Yeah, a lot
kind
of
of stuff.
There's a lot of away missions and stuff in that. That was the standard thing: is go to
And-
planet,
and
beam down
like-
to planet, weird stuff on planet, find real reason
talk
for it
to-
planet.
Talk to natives about demons and religion, and reading the United States Constitution to a bunch of
Boy
tribals.
looks anxiously about the room.
Prime Directive, what's that?
Spock waits for your command patiently. Ensign Everts cannot take his eyes off the sight of Mount Idle. A majestic view of Mount Idle can be seen through the skylight.
You know what they say about
A
Idle
steering wheel
Mountains.
advanced viewers whose blue eyes meet yours with clarity,
That's right, nothing.
curiosity, and directness. A grim-faced minor colonist nods curtly at you. The Tellarite appears completely at home surrounded by humans, but the wrinkling on his brow indicates a great deal of worry.
So we can also
They
Well,
have reverse
let's have a look
knees
at
in
this guy.
this. Huh.
a Tellarite? Yeah, I suppose so.
If I don't stand up, I hope. I am not well.
So in our inventory, we have, well,
Gun.
It looks like, yeah, gun.
Gun.
Death gun. Well, this is stun.
Regulation phaser type 1.
This is kill.
One Starfleet regulation
Full power.
phaser type 1 set to full power.
Kirk doesn't half-ass anything.
No.
One Starfleet issue.
This is what the science tricorder looks like in TOS.
Yep.
This is the medical one.
Starfleet issue medical tricorder to assure that Starfleet doctors make the
Which
correct diagnosis.
is just a little thing you pop out of the tricorder.
Here's a cell phone.
One Starfleet issue communicator to allow landing parties to talk with their shipmates in normal circumstances.
Yeah, instead of just tapping the comm badge.
And then we have a medical kit. Wonder how the Enterprise is doing.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Good. Great.
It's boring, Captain.
Nothing's happening. We can also use, we can either use the tricorder or we can use
Jim, this
our
man suffered severe
away
physical
team
injuries
on
to his head and
things.
arm. The wounds
Sometimes
have been adequately
you
cared
have
for
to
by
use the
radiation
tricorder
development
if you want them to analyze it. Sometimes
If not
using
treated
them
swiftly,
themselves
the effects can be
will do
fatal.
the trick.
The infection can
And there's no
normally
rhyme or
be
reason.
hypotoxin.
It is a little
Personnel on
arbitrary,
the
yes.
Enterprise.
90s
I may be
are
of some
at adventure.
assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
Okay. Can you do anything for him right now?
This man is getting worse. We've got to find those berries before he dies.
No.
Hmm.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not... Shit.
No one here will talk to us until we deal with this. Actually, I think the guy on the left will. One kind of also issue about this is you move pretty slow. And you'll see a pretty egregious example of that here in a
Time is
moment.
of the essence. You must hurry and retrieve the berry.
Let's go get the berry then.
Oh, fine. Let's go find a berry. He only gets one. Not charity. Oh no!
What the? I know what to do here.
Oh no!
No, our red shirt.
You see a small explosion.
He's
Oh,
fine.
he's fine.
His hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
Huh. That's weird.
That's weird.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
Aha.
They look like Klingons.
Are they actually Klingons?
This
Bones.
is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
Okay.
This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial.
Well, that's interesting.
Union.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No.
Not anymore.
We stunned them.
Fascinating. I begin
To death.
suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
Fine. Ah, here we are.
Hey, look, berries.
Yep, little red dots. Don't miss them.
You have retrieved a sample of berries.
Alright. Not gonna take that hand?
Huh? Why would I take that? What? Why would I do that?
Adventure game. Take everything.
Ugh. Gross. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab quickly.
Patronize me? Wasn't that hard?
He doesn't know how Starfleet captains operate.
Oh Oh god, move faster, Kirk. Jeez.
Mr. Spock finds the scientific equipment in this room to be rather primitive. An
Wow.
antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner.
Now everyone has a Constitution-class starship,
Himself
Spock.
fascinated by the acolytes and their planet. Dr. McCoy is glad that he is in a warm, heated room.
Why can't you be more like Bones?
Well, what happens next?
This place looks real comfortable. Place to combine work, contemplation. Man's got an eye for the beauty of useful things, and for the use of beautiful things. I think we could get along fine.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
An old-fashioned computer.
I'll
It
say.
appears to have some type of
Look at that
simulation
CRT.
running.
Wow. That's an antique.
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from that old-fashioned computer terminal.
Oh, that's kind of rude.
I'm standing right here.
Captain, this
That's
appears
my
to be a
computer.
model of the Earth. Notice how it models a proper situation for a total eclipse.
Okay.
A vintage 8012-86 of the mid-21st century.
Wow.
It is a fine museum piece. Nothing to report, Captain.
This is, just so you know, the
Fascinating, Captain.
23rd
It is an
century.
Artifact 4 molecular synthesizer.
Not the
The
24th,
machine
yeah.
is in perfect working order.
Yeah, that's TNG.
Yes.
I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Alright.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us. The settings on the Ardak 4 have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
And what's great about this game
You
is
do
that...
it, Bones.
Yeah, well, he's the doctor.
Hypoditoxin.
Kirk doesn't do everything in this, which is really good and is the correct design decision.
Kirk is here to shoot things and double axe handle things.
Occasionally negotiate.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
It's a very unfortunate name. Brother Chubb.
Doing this magic health,
Thank you.
scientific health
You're most
potion.
kind.
Alright, now they'll talk to us.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation
What?
of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow.
Interesting.
No.
I am Brother Griznash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer, seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them. A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Griznash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
You don't say.
Is my partner. I was on the communications link.
So that guy saw demons, that guy saw a demon for his religion, and we ran into Klingons.
One guy saw a pitchfork.
Yeah.
The gate of hell itself.
We ran into what appeared to be Klingons, so maybe you kind of see what's going on here now. At least an idea.
Maybe. But why?
Exactly. That is the mystery that we are to solve here.
In combination with evidence of ancient disturbances in this otherwise highly stable geologic location indicates
Blah blah blah. Nerd talk.
ago.
So there used to be
Kirk is
people
about to
living
pass out.
here.
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine. He sounds just like you.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with
They
you,
definitely
Doctor,
keep the spirit of the
besides
power
with your
trio
Vulcan
in
associate.
the
And let me
dialogue in this
continue.
game. It's wonderful.
I believe our God made
Yeah.
humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the opportunity, as I thank him for everything in this life.
If you say so.
Close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door.
About that.
I'm too old to make the trek myself,
Well,
but I'm eager for knowledge.
maybe we'll go
In
take a look.
return, I will offer you what insights our God grants these old eyes.
There's still a problem. One of the acolytes is missing in a cave-in up there, so now that we've solved the immediate problem, let's see if we can go fix that.
Let's go shoot some rocks.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Uh-huh.
Well,
A
this
large
might be too many
pile of
rocks.
blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure.
So,
Save new game.
Subtle.
well, we need to clear these rocks, so let's see. How about we
That
shoot...
the one of them seems to be jumping out at you.
Unstable. I would not recommend disturbing the lower section before the upper sections have been cleared.
Oh,
Wow, what a
fine.
nerd.
Fine.
Assume firing positions.
We'll shoot this one.
Put the Richard in front. Oh no!
He's dead, Jim.
Whoops.
Damn.
Assume firing positions.
Oh well, assume firing position.
Oh well, just keep going.
There is no apparent effect.
That's all we need to shoot.
Oh, there he is.
Why would you want to do that? Let's not go misusing the medical kit, Jim.
I know he's already dead, but jeez.
Don't waste the supplies, Jim. God.
Assume firing positions.
So that's the first red shirt death of a few.
Many.
There's a few ways to get your red shirt killed in these missions.
I'm glad how he said assume firing position, but he's the only one that gets to shoot anything.
Yeah.
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
A large metallic door is set in the structure.
This looks like the door they must have found. The one they called the Gate of Hell?
I don't know, it looks mildly irritating, not hellish.
It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of. It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
Handprints? Huh, well, okay. Now that I have a reason... Actually, yes, you can pick up the hand if you really want to. From the get-go. Wonder if he says anything about the hand if I...
This is a detached hand with some kind of
Ah,
circuitry
yes.
in the palm, Captain.
Gimme.
Yoink.
You take the Klingon's detached hand.
Alleged Klingon.
Klingon?
Whoa, he's fast. Didn't even see him.
He did say, let me rest here a moment.
The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out.
Could it be the fact that there's no body? Go with the hand?
Maybe we were a little too rough with our phaser or something, I don't know. Hey, what do you think of this?
Fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it
Somehow.
to the bench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
Alright, Ensign, you're up.
Mr. Spock, see what you can
No.
do with that hat.
No. Our science
Oh.
guy will do that.
Fine.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
All right.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal.
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me.
Like, damn.
Wow.
Yes, tell us about these things.
And that's option 1.
Where did you find all this?
Here and there. Much of it was brought to me by others exploring widely.
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask. Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures.
Oh no, you found the hidden optional dialogue.
Mineral specimens. True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go with mineral meteor? I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like.
Considering Spock said that's...
pass out.
Considering Spock said that was a model of the Earth.
I would have liked to have seen that. For conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders.
A total eclipse of the sun. Interesting.
Shall I go
So then it would just block out the sun completely for a little while?
minerals?
That's what a total eclipse is.
Yeah.
Alien and fossil shells.
I like how he says that.
Fossil shells.
Fossil shells!
One of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet. Our God makes beautiful things indeed. Shall I go into mineral made twist of skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet? About
Excuse
the size
you.
Of a house cat from Earth. The Silatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs.
Not a house cat, in other words.
In other words...
Or a typical house cat.
Just not a cat. It's like, it's a house cat if it's not.
It's a house cat if it could murder you even more easily.
Of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best.
Interesting.
No shit.
Yeah, no, you don't say. Huh.
An unnatural alloy, which is, alloy, meaning a merging of two different metals.
You don't say that's not natural.
Shall I go mineral specimen? Or would you very well? I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
I wonder which of these things might be useful.
Well, you tell me.
Could it be the cat? Could it be the minerals? Or could it be the unnatural alloy?
Doesn't look like a cat, but we'll take it if you want. Yoink! Alright, sure, we'll take this. You can take everything if you want. Also, it doesn't update the graphics, so don't pay too much attention to that. 1992.
Yeah.
I'll also check this out. If you rapid click.
Ah, Jim, your moonwalking lessons have been going well. Please don't phase into Captain Spock.
The hand circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens.
Oh boy.
Well, in we go. I said, in we go. Whoa.
This seems fine.
It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal.
It's like... Oh, okay.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere of the moon is casting a shadow on the blue sphere. Pollux 5.
Ball.
This must be a very old piece
Spock would never say ball.
of moon was destroyed thousands of years ago.
But indeed, yeah, this planet doesn't have a moon anymore. This must have been here a long time.
The gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it. An eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
I wonder who or what constructed all this.
What do you think of this, Ensign?
I'm just a security officer, sir.
He's just happy.
I'm not paid to think, sir.
He's just happy to not be dead.
I think we found the answer.
This time.
Okay. Well, let's have a
I mean,
look.
have we? Which ones, Kirk?
Alright, so this puzzle is bullshit.
Dumb?
Well, okay, when you look at this, sorry to put you on the spot, but what do you think? We've got a fully yellow sphere, ball, half red ball, and what looks like a sixth or so of the blue ball, and we can adjust
pizza
these
slice.
We can adjust these sliders like so.
Like full red. Full yellow, half red. Almost full blue. That?
Nothing happens.
You'd think that. You'd think that.
Is it reverse?
No.
Oh.
Your clue is that this is a diagram of a total lunar eclipse, which would completely darken out a part of the planet. So the answer to this puzzle is to set the sliders so that it is as dark as possible.
What? Doctor Who. Oh God.
It just works.
It just works.
Stop.
Whoa, careful.
Trespassing on Federation territory. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from?
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw the...
You're in the Nowian?
We used to live in the Pastian, but now we live in the Nowian.
Huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Sure, that's why you do all your math.
Well,
for collision data.
I guess so.
Some advanced civilization.
Like, fuck!
Wow.
You can tell us about the demons. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home.
Yeah, we don't tolerate bedeviling around here.
He is missing. I can do nothing. Even we suffer the attacks.
That's bad.
Damn, where did I put my keys? Is in my other cryostasis pod.
Please do so.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up.
He doesn't seem to have any pockets.
See the resemblance?
Yeah, you're right, Bones. Hey, alien, what do you think of this skull?
Child? No, I see many differences. This must be what our people who did not slumber have become. Still, I would like to see these remains properly interred, according to the precepts of our religion. May I keep this?
Of course. I think I should return it to where I got it from. No, I want to keep it as a memento for myself. Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions.
Star Trek, known for its interesting theological discussions.
Well, you know.
Fascinating. This life form may represent what would have happened had the dinosaurs of your Earth not become extinct.
What?
Perhaps we should try to communicate.
An insect
What is that?
feline mixture?
So when they said house cat,
Spock, are you high?
Maybe he is. When they said house cat, they were talking about the size, not features. So.
This life form appears to be intelligent, a new sentient race.
Spock, I asked Bones, not you.
Between it and the Celotis.
Shut up, Doctor. I am speaking.
Quite small and definitely non-sentient.
Wow.
So yeah, the Celotians or whatever, Celotis, yeah.
Celotis.
There are resemblances between it and the Celotis, the smaller house cat-sized ones. As he just said, that's what his race turned into.
I can't believe it only took 1,000 years for that to happen.
Right? Well, supposedly it happened. They did this when their planet was going under another ice age. So they went into the sleep chamber, and they were like, okay, next lunar eclipse will come out. But then the moon got blown up. And then however long passed between then and now. Anyway.
Maybe it was a few million years, which would be more sensible.
So you kind of called it here. Here's this hunk of metal.
You found the key.
Delicious.
I can now turn
off
the
It's just, it was an old card key. Who'd have thunk?
Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all.
So you give him the skull and you actually get a few bonus points towards your grade. Because as he said, I want these remains interred. But you gotta make sure you give him the skull first, because as soon as you...
Oh, now he's in his...
Accept your application to the Federation.
Yeah.
We shall have a
Now he's in I'm done here mode.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists.
Wait, discourse? Whatever.
May the Holy One bless you.
Yeah, as soon as you give him the key...
Discourse and discourse?
Oh, he said the thing.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
That happens. Like, it's just, the game's just like...
You're
okay,
under several meters of rock, Captain. Are you sure? Okay, here I go.
No problem.
Better teleporters than the Enterprise D has.
Right? Let me think here. So, every mission we get a grade. That's going to be about... probably in the 90s, high 90s. I don't know if you... Our red shirt did get shot. So, I don't know if that affects it. Oh, good.
You weren't
Perfect.
quick enough on the draw. Oh.
Okay.
You and your
Thanks,
crew
Admiral.
receive 4 commendation points.
Great. 4
Wow.
points. Yeah, that's the best you can get. Okay, I do know it affects your mission grading very negatively if you go off course and somehow survive. And if the red shirt dies. Which is kind of funny
Wow,
to me.
but red shirts are meant to die.
Right?
What the fuck?
Right? Also your dialogue...
This isn't TOS.
Also your dialogue options, a number of minor things. Not giving the skull to the alien. If you take more than you need from the display case, that's a thing too. If you like take everything, you don't actually get the chance to bring them back if you give the alien the key. You just beam out with everything else.
Wow.
Anyway.
A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Oh god, I hope
I
not.
might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
So you saw
Sorry.
nothing then, Mrs. Spock?
I'm sorry, Spock. I can't hear you over that noise.
I don't know.
Turn off that tricorder.
Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears.
Wow. Oh, there we go. Oh no! Wait, what's gonna happen?
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Miamid. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Okay.
Set course for Beta Miami, sir.
I wonder what could happen. Happening.
That sounds pretty simple. What do you think, Spock?
Perhaps you should access my library computer, sir.
All right. What's the Masada?
All right.
Masada, USS.
Well, it's just a tug.
Federation tug tender, registry NCC 293.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
Currently under the command of Captain Kevin Keeler. Crew complement of 17. Primary mission, tow, repair of disabled ships. Its input override code is 2.
All right, get out your notebooks.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a long code. Okay, anyway. Beta Miamid.
Beta Miami.
All right, let's find it.
15.
Number 15. That is right there in the middle.
Right in the middle.
I see it.
Yep. Here we go.
There is an unidentified ship closing rapidly. Weapons on and shields up.
That's not good.
Wait a minute.
Message coming in, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Leave the Beta Miami system immediately.
God damn it.
You fucking Gulassi. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We are conducting a search and rescue mission for the USS Masada. It was last reported in this system. We cannot leave until we can confirm its location and condition.
So be it. You have been warned. Prepare to die.
Oh, all right, here we go. Time to fight an Elassi pirate. Oh, there they are.
There it is.
Come here, you. Let's go ahead and have him start on the shields. Just keep those topped off.
Lead your shots. There you go.
God. Thank you, Mr.
Thanks
Scott.
you.
At least he's not like being able to shoot at me. But here we go. He's gonna start. Yep.
Yeah.
It's all right. Their weapons. Elassi ships have one photon torpedo bay basically at the front, so their damage output is more or less minimal when they're alone. Right, thank you. Good work. Good work, Scotty. So we can also hit A and have a look at the last ship we hit status. See what damage we're doing to it. It looks like we've taken out their forward shields.
And put some red dots on them.
Yeah, that means damage. Now there is subsystem damage to enemy ships, but that's usually while that happens. Yeah, I skipped his dialogue because I was too busy clicking to fire. But we basically fought them off. They're leaving.
Yeah, they are capital F fucked.
Yeah, we blew them up. They didn't run fast enough.
I think you blew up their engines.
There she is, Captain. She does not appear to be seriously damaged. Her shields are up, and 27 life forms are aboard.
Wait a minute.
That's interesting, considering the computer said there was only supposed to be 17 crew members. Uh-oh. Oh, also,
Disarming weapons.
we don't want to shoot
Oh.
this.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
I don't think you can.
Arming
Well, no,
weapons.
it's saved. Yeah, I won't let you.
Disarming weapons.
Damn. I mean, good.
Well, let's check in with them, make sure everything's okay.
Hailing the ship, Captain.
Greetings, Federation
Fuck!
Imperials.
Wait a minute.
I am Elasi Seraph, and I have claimed this ship as a blow for freedom against Federation tyranny.
You got Todd. Good
James
job.
T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. You are illegally in possession of Starfleet property. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Listen, Lassie. Hand over the ship and hostages now, or things are going to get very nasty. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Mr. Elassie, it appears that you have found something the Starfleet lost.
Good, Captain. You have a sense of humor. That will make this much easier. Ah, the infamous Captain Kirk. The Masada is mine. You will release 25 political prisoners I specify, or I will destroy the ship and its crew. The list of those wrongfully imprisoned should be coming over to you now.
Data file captured, Captain. Computer indicates they were all convicted of piracy with various counts of murder and mayhem thrown in.
Freeing the prisoners you requested will take time. We have to track down their current locations, and Starfleet will have to grant permission to move them here. I will get that started. You should tender a show of good faith on your part. Will you beam over so we can discuss negotiations face to face?
Something tells me he's not gonna fall for that one.
We can work together on this.
Maybe a little
How
too
about beaming some of the
forward.
hostages over as a show of good faith? Freeing the prisoners, we can work together on this, Elassie. How about beaming some of the hostages over as a show of good faith?
What? Lower my shield so you can beam over a war party? I'm not stupid, Captain. We'll play by my rules.
So long as the shields are up, Captain, our hands are tied.
The Enterprise can overpower the Masada and take her, but the pirates would have all the time they need to kill every one of the hostages.
Will you send over data on the whereabouts and conditions of my falsely accused clansmen languishing in your dungeons, Captain?
Very well, we'll do it your way. I will put together the data packet. Kirk out. Your fellow Elassie have been tried in Federation courts of law and found guilty of their crimes. We'll listen to your complaints if you discuss them reasonably. Forget it, Elassie Seraph. You'll be the next one languishing on a Federation penal planet.
That sounds like a good way to get all the hostages killed.
And surrender to me immediately.
Maybe.
Your fellow Elassie have been tried in Federation court.
These hostages are being tried by the Elasi justice system. You have the final say, Captain, whether they receive the death penalty or not. Elasi Seraph out.
Huh.
Well.
I think that went very well.
Save new game.
If you say so.
So if we hail the ship again...
Hailing the ship, Captain.
Do you have the data packet, Kirk?
Not yet. They're still working on it.
Captain, there is now one fewer life form on the Masada.
Oops!
Oops.
So you can keep doing that over and over, and they'll kill all the hostages.
Not yet.
And then we can blow them up.
And once they kill
Brilliant.
the last hostage, you get a score of 0 and move on to the next mission.
Nice.
Captain, we could use the command prefix code to lower the Masada's shields briefly, long enough for one transporter burst.
Masada, USS.
Okay, well that seems
All
pretty
right.
simple. Yeah, let's do that.
Commit that to memory.
No problem. Send the prefix code, Lieutenant Uhura. Now that we've accessed the computer, you might think that we could just do that. Fuck no, bitch. This is the 90s, motherfucker. You gotta write that shit down and type that whole ass motherfucking
You
thing
thought I
in.
was fucking
You
joking?
thought we were kidding? You think this is a game? So, hyphens and everything,
Oh, it
too,
is.
by the way. So, let's
Well,
go.
duh.
293391. Thankfully, I had the foresight to write this down. Well, I still have it written down from my playthrough I completed yesterday, so...
Uh-huh.
Sending prefix and lowering the Masada's shields.
Alright, well, let's go.
Captain, the shields are up.
Alright, that was
Lowering
just...
shields, Captain.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's just go. Let's just walk calmly to the transporter. Now we set their code.
Yeah, apparently they don't notice that. Oh.
Oh. Hmm. We have a fixer upper.
This man was obviously the transporter engineer. He is unconscious.
He was?
But alive.
Well, he's in the transporter room. I guess that's good enough. Doc,
Whoever's in the transporter is the transporter chief.
The reason O'Brien's not the transporter chief all the time is sometimes he just doesn't get there in time.
Thank you, Doctor. Be careful, Captain. The Lassie
He opens the door and Sion's over there. Oh, sorry. I'll get the next shift.
my tools in this workspace.
A Runcinate transmogrifier, an engineering tool used in
Bless
the
you.
movements of transporters, which can be fitted with bits having a variety of irregularly serrated surfaces.
Well, okay, we'll take that.
A knife? A saw?
You name it. It slices. It dices.
It reconfigures transporters.
Well, at least I'm not picking up residue of any biological weapons. You'll
Spacing.
have to use some restraint if you can
Bones.
call it that.
Bones, spell check.
I am registering energy residue.
Oh, he's a doctor, not a grammarist.
Right.
A linguist.
There are readings of another energy weapon, but the type is unknown.
Phaser grenades. Huh.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Chief Engineer Scott would have trouble repairing this damage in less than 2 days.
Phaser grenades got mentioned here.
I am registering energy residue from Phaser 5.
Interesting. So TNG didn't just pull that photon grenade out of their ass.
Yeah.
The controls have been virtually destroyed, Captain.
Can they be repaired, Spock?
With Chief Engineer Scott's assistance, I believe we could get them in perfect working order in 2 days.
How half perfect.
If we can repair the transporter, we might be able to transport onto the bridge and capture the Alassi.
I can attempt to jury-rig repairs if I can find parts. However, there is only a 67.357% probability.
Never tell me the odds.
I've always been a gambler, Spock. Figure out what you'll need.
Lieutenant Christensen stated.
Oh, he's a lieutenant.
This is just
Sure.
like a raid on Damocles Station. Hard, fast, and dirty.
Get what you can from this area. Let's get moving.
Well, it's time to clean up.
Analysis is required.
Okay, but let's not stay too long in one place.
Well, Jim, there's one thing I can tell you. I don't like Alassi.
I can't see them winning any popularity contests, Bones.
They can forget about my vote.
When this operation is complete, Captain, we should have Mr. Scott or Transporter Chief Kyle come here to assist with the repairs.
Let's not look too far ahead, Mr. Spock.
I was just, walking to the hall. I'm sure this is going to be fine.
It's perfectly fine. We've got our gun ready, maybe. Let's see, it's fine. Well, it's a little dinged up, but it's fine.
A tangle of mangled equipment reduced to junk. There are the remains of 5 phasers without power packs, a drained phaser welder, and scraps of wire and uncertain bits of metal junk.
Junk.
How certain?
I want it.
Put this in my pants. Spock's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Some scraps of metal found in the corridors of the Masada.
Yeah, you just got like 4 items from that.
These weapons
Great.
are powerless, having been shorn of their power packs.
That is a word you don't hear too often.
Delete, replace previous.
So there are limited save files in this, even nowadays. It's 14 max, so I'm going to be replacing and deleting a few as we play this.
Oh no.
Let's see what's going on in here. Oh, what the?
Uh-oh.
Get the gun, get the gun.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought, gentlemen.
This.
Shooting you.
This guard is stunned.
You don't say.
By Kirk's good looks.
For a while, but they're going to be quite unhappy when they do. I recommend that we not be here when they awake.
Indeed. If you leave this corridor without solving the puzzle, or this room, if you go into the corridor and come back, they'll be up again, and you gotta stun them again.
Save new game. Replace.
Hey, look.
You are in the brig of the Messiah.
People.
9 of the crew members are held in a cell. 2 Alasi guards lie on the floor.
Well, let's get them
I
out
wonder how
of there.
they got there.
Let's get them out of there. Oops.
You've set off some
Well done.
Well,
the force field protected you from the blast, but
huh.
everyone inside the brig is dead.
Oops.
Cook, you fucked up.
Well, that's 9 less hostages
Who could have
we
seen
have
that
to,
coming?
we have to worry about, right?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, don't click on the control panel. Click on the wires under the control panel.
Spock, see if you can disarm this.
I'll do my best, Captain.
You can either have Spock or the red shirt do it. The red shirt does a good job. He doesn't die or fuck up.
Bomb is now defused, Captain.
Wow.
Captain, this wiring may prove useful in repairing the transporter.
If you say so, Mr. Spock.
In fact, let's see that.
I believe I can disarm this, Captain.
Let's let the red shirt have his day.
Just like the Academy, sir.
When I first saw this, I was like, oh no. Oh no.
There.
But no.
Defused.
Lieutenant Christensen, he steps up.
Good job, red shirt. Speaking of,
Thank you for freeing us, Captain. We'll secure the area so they don't come up behind you. We've had electrical problems with our door to our bridge, Captain. The Alasi don't know we put an electric shutdown device. You'd never find it by chance. But if you used a charged phaser welder 2 feet to the left of the door and 1 foot off the ground, you might be able to shut down the force field and get a jump on the Alasi.
Yeah, we can just take the wires. We can also take the bomb.
for a safe disposal, of course.
Wires. Primitive, but potentially quite deadly.
Yeah. Safety.
Thank you for freeing us. You better take the bridge before they suspect anything is up. You'd better hurry up, or they'll catch on, sir.
So yeah, if you go back in there, they got that one guy hogtied.
This guard is tied up.
All tied up.
They've turned this freighter into a prison barge.
I see that the
Who, the Avasi or the crew?
The Alasi, for sure. Like, they just dumped 9 people into one brig cell, so...
I don't like the looks of this, Jim.
You imperialist Federation scum! We will never surrender. Sereth is a great man with a great vision. I spit upon you.
I love that.
Well, you had to turn towards us first.
There are occasions where interacting just doesn't do anything, also. Like, no pop-ups or anything.
Oh well.
Mm-hmm. So, we actually have a few ways we can complete this mission.
Save new game.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I wonder what one of them could be.
Oh, sounds like you've got an idea. Well, let's go to the transporter room.
All right, let's go for that 0, that big, beautiful 0.
Delightful goose egg. All right, so Spock needs something to repair the controls. Well,
Yeah, we
first
got some
off,
wires and bits and bobs.
this phaser welder isn't charged, so we'll just use our.
Oh, is
gun.
that what that is?
Yes, it is a phaser welder.
A phaser welder. It is without power.
So if we use our powered phaser on the phaser welder,
Phaser welder is now charged.
that's how that works. I guess.
Phaser and phaser. It just works.
By welding this.
I think that does it. A comb bit for the transmogrifier. Now I can continue repairs on the transporter controls.
But we also have to. So there's no combined option, so you just have to
The parts fit together satisfactorily.
use item on other item. And if it doesn't work, it just switches to that item. Like, I can't stick my two phasers together.
Damn. But phaser's akimbo. I guess technically it's the same phaser.
Yeah, it is. I always thought it was two guns, though.
I mean, yeah, unless you say in Star Trek, why wouldn't you think that?
Mm-hmm. So Spock says he could use these wires from the bomb to fix the transporter, but no, he's lying. Or wrong.
God damn it.
The controls are set for just inside the bridge door, Captain.
Mr. Spock, you're a genius.
I wouldn't go that far, Jim. But I do have to congratulate
I wasn't asking you, Bones.
really risk shooting our atoms around the universe.
Doc McCoy does not like the transporter.
Analysis, Lieutenant.
Right.
Security analysis, sir. If we transport onto the bridge, we'll have the drop on them. Assuming Mr. Spock has the transporter working properly. If we could get past the force field on the door of the bridge, we should be able to surprise them for sure. Since we have a bomb, Captain, we could rearm it.
Uh-huh.
The bridge, and perhaps the
We could kill everyone, Captain.
And any hostages on the bridge will be killed when the bomb goes off. No, Jim, that's inhuman.
To say nothing of the possible damage to the bridge controls.
Have you seen this ship, Spock?
The bridge controls. The bridge is probably fine.
Save new game. Too many
I mean, it might have a few scorch marks.
We've already hit the fucking maximum for save games. That's kind of amazing.
Cancel. Delete previous. Save new game.
Dead bridge. A bomb?
So if we take the bomb...
JT, a bomb!
And we put the bomb on the transporter pad...
We can commit a war crime.
And we just have Mr. Spock beam this fucking bomb over to the bridge.
McCoy's like, wait, you're actually, what the, what? Seems fine.
They don't leave the bridge, it blows up.
You probably blew up the whole damn bridge.
The bridge, the thing that controls the ship. This ship probably doesn't have an auxiliary bridge.
Captain, the ship will crash into
You can just use the
No, it doesn't.
The tractor beam.
It's gonna crash into the planet in less than 30 seconds.
Tractor beam.
Bones, later. Kirk to Enterprise.
Who cares, Bones?
Beam us out of here.
So, we just botched that mission completely. We just completely killed everyone on that ship.
Actually, that line makes sense because they probably just saw like a part of the ship just explode from the Enterprise. They're like, what the fuck? Good job, Jim. You killed everyone.
On screen, Lieutenant.
You're fired.
You have completely mishandled the situation with the Masada. You killed the hijackers on the Masada and all the hostages as well. Your own crew
Wait.
had to transport you out of the wrecked ship before it went utterly out of control. Your record of maverick stunts.
I mean, you could have transported the rest of the crew we saved.
Disciplinary action. You have much to answer for, Captain Kirk. Consider yourself lucky that you're allowed to retain your command until we get back to you on this. Starfleet out.
So, yeah.
Let's open the big book of Kirk war crimes and, yep, jot this one down. Okay, well.
Turns out, beaming a bomb, a live bomb, to the thing that controls a starship, blowing up the controls...
With the hostages.
With the hostages, probably not a good idea. It causes it to go out of control and crash into the planet, killing everyone and making that mission and everything we just did pointless.
I'll be frank, Kirk. Starfleet expects more of you than
Try to do better, Kirk. Try to do better, Jim. You're better.
You killed 11 people. Try to do better. Sorry, 17 people.
27 because of the pirates. Unless you're deliberately
They're
not
pirates. No one cares about Elassie. I don't think they even exist in TNG.
Alright, so. Yeah. Alright, so. Let's try
That's
that again.
one way it could have gone.
Oh, right. So, more humanely, sanely.
More Trekkie.
We'll just use the transporter.
I'm going to have a word for you, Spock, if we appear inside the door.
The word will be, ah!
Analysis red shirt. Ah, yeah. Security officer gave us the analysis. So we beam onto the bridge.
Lieutenant red shirt.
Yeah. And Kirk immediately pulls out his phaser. Now, we could use our phaser and stun everyone, including the captain, or the pirate captain, or...
Wait a minute, I don't see any hostages.
Surrender and I'll
We didn't
guarantee
know.
the lives of you and your crew.
Oh, okay.
Freeze. Don't even think about it. Check and mate, Elasi. Don't do anything foolish. It's over, Seraph. Surrender and I'll guarantee the lives of you and your crew.
You are an honorable and worthy opponent, Kirk. I accept your offer.
Scotty, beam down a security team
Yep,
to the bridge.
they just surrender.
Okay.
Regain control.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 people with phasers, I guess.
Well, Kirk's really quick on the draw. Like, he's really quick with that gun.
Of course, he's a cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well...
Oh man, look at all these clones.
It's great, isn't it?
Now they have no...
Let's see. That might be a 90-something from the... just from the dialogue I had with the pirate at the start. I'm not sure. Maybe because I blew up the pirate ship. I don't know.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your
88.
report on the problems at Beta
Oof.
Lionhead.
Youch.
Evaluate your
I still get
performance
3 out of
at
4 points, but yikes.
You and your crew
Might have been a
receive
few things I could have done
commendation
differently. I don't know.
The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
So a passing grade, Kirk.
Yep, that's still very good.
Since we just witnessed that very event, Doctor, I'm surprised you asked.
It was a rhetorical question, Spock.
That took quite a bit of organization to seize a starship. Think we'll see more of the Elasi pirates?
Undoubtedly, Captain. I suspect they have considerable resources to draw on.
So do I. Sulu, take us out of here.
Okay, oh boy. Mission 3.
Love's labor jeopardized.
Priority message
Sounds
from
fine.
Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
A raid across the Romulan neutral zone has
It's
placed
not
the
fine.
Starfleet research station ARC-7 in jeopardy. Proceed immediately to ARC-7 and determine the status of the station. Good luck, Jim.
Arc 7, huh?
Gee,
A new Romulan cloaking device not only renders their ships
so new?
they also won't show up on our sensors.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure that's fine.
Proceed to ARC-7, sir.
ARC-7, a highly sophisticated arcology project looking into the origins of life in the universe. The project
Oh, is that all?
is being led by Dr. Carol Marcus, who, along with a crew of 17 members, is dedicated
Again?
to unlocking the mystery of life.
Another 17, wow.
Information is classified.
Well, okay.
So they found something, is what you're saying, computer.
Arc 7. Number 3.
3. Almost top left.
Yeah, it looks a little different on the star map than in-game, looks like.
Yeah. It's not solid.
We have arrived at ARC-7. Romulan ship decloaking, Captain.
Oh no.
No, Romulans.
Message from the Romulan ship, sir.
Treachery. We are aware of Federation plans. Prepare to die.
They're arming weapons, Captain.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, hold on a second, guys. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
No response, Captain.
Huh.
No, fight now. Yep, that's classic warbird.
So, this is actually... The game calls this a bird of prey.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right, they both have birds of prey.
Yeah.
Klingons and Romulans.
But you're
Not
right.
confusing at all. Also, you are fucking them up, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This thing,
I mean,
one bird
it's like a frigate.
Indeed. One bird of prey can't stand up to a Constitution starship at all. There's no way.
Yeah.
If there were a bunch more here, it'd be a serious issue, but it's just one of them. They have one weapon at the front, like the Elasi ships. They are fast, though. There we go. And there they go.
They activated a self-destruct device rather than be captured, Captain.
They hit the
Rip.
I'm not owned button.
I'm not owned.
Resuming course to
As I shrink into an implosion. think they still use the singularities at this point. It might not.
I'm not sure.
Captain, there is an
It might just be
auto-beacon
using
broadcasting
normal
from the
warp
station.
cores.
Warning, warning. As per UFP Regulation 342-1888564.3, Paragraph 3, this base is currently under a Class 3 biohazard alert. All personnel are ordered to stay away from this base unless they are part of a biohazard response team.
Huh.
Alright, Bones, you're going in solo.
Disarming weapons.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Captain, sensors indicate a breathable atmosphere in the space station. It seems that whatever ARC-7's intentions, it managed to create a biohazard that is deadly to Romulans. 17 humans
Wait a
and
minute.
10 Romulans are on the
Whoops.
station. The humans are all in perfect health, so it seems we can beam over without any fear of contamination.
Oh, Spock. What's going...
Spock, you're. I know Romulans
no time
left
for
Vulcan
that.
a long time ago.
No time for that. Romulans.
Romulan Empire. We have discovered your genocide.
Yeah, so
to destroy it.
they got the distress beacon biohazard, deadly to Romulans. They are obviously working on a weapon. We must destroy it.
Oh, Romulans, you're so 90s villain.
They're so
60s villain.
They're so
You-
dumb.
No, they're so stupid, honestly. And that never changes.
Actually, there isn't anything to oops here yet.
Yet. Maybe Spock should stay here.
Huh?
Just
What?
Just a
no,
hunch.
Spock, come with me.
no. Kirk, you idiot! Well, now
Alright,
Spock's
look.
going to die.
There it is.
How you feel, Spock? Sweaty? Chills?
Nice view of the Romulan ship. How comforting.
Nothing unusual here, Captain, though the station's computer may be able to tell us something.
All right, get to it then. Actually, who's our red shirt?
This is a very dangerous situation, sir. We should proceed with caution.
Uh-huh.
It's Ferris real. I mean, Ferris W.
Dr. Marcus Log. Supplemental. Continued testing of the Ouroboros virus.
Now, I guess this isn't a speech log.
Hmm.
On Romulan Vulcan humanoids. As soon as
Oh.
the spill has been cleaned up,
Whoops.
we'll sterilize both labs
Hmm.
and the circulation system to make sure no traces of the virus will remain viable. Then all research files must be erased. We must leave no chance that this terrible accident will ever be repeated.
Doctor, you may be interested in the medical data file appended to the log.
He may be interested? Spock. Should be the point where he turns to Kirk and says, "Perhaps I should leave, Captain."
Data on the Ouroboros virus. Let me see. Virus growth patterns. Pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Alveoli involvement in... Boy, Jim, this bug works fast.
Is this really the time to catch up on your reading, Doctor?
Now listen here,
You
you
just-
20-year...
Gentlemen, I think we have more pressing problems.
Jim, there is an appended medical database online. Also, it would be useful for me to experiment on how the virus grows in the presence of different gases. I'm sure the station has the necessary equipment.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just,
sure.
let's just see how are we doing? What's going on here?
Except for the Ouroboros virus, I'm not picking up anything.
Except for the incredibly deadly virus, there's nothing here.
Well, how's Spock doing, Bones?
The virus affects the Romulan Vulcan genotype, Jim. The
That's
virus
what you
affects-
said. Yeah.
Huh.
Hmm.
The virus affects the Romulan...
So we are on a time limit.
I
Of
figured.
A fairly generous time limit, but a time limit nonetheless.
Oh boy. Is there anything I love more than anything subtle in games? It's time limits.
Hey, Lieutenant, why don't you check out that ladder over there? On this ship that's been taken over by Romulans. Oh no!
Station. Oh no! How could this happen? Wow, he still managed to scream.
Huh, that's
what
weird.
a hero.
Oh well.
Happens every day.
So if you go anywhere near that ladder, they fire and miss Kirk. The first
yeah,
time.
he's Kirk.
The first time.
The first time.
I think it's actually if you try to use the ladder.
Okay. Oh no!
And, like, that happens no matter who you say to use the ladder. Obviously, the game ends if either of the power trio die, though. They all let out the same
Is that...
so it's great.
Well, they're the power trio, so they all have the same death scream.
Load of previously.
All right, well, let's get to work here.
This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material. This is a research lab with lots of expensive equipment.
Don't touch anything.
Okay.
This is a large.
I'm touching it.
Unit. This nozzle is where anti-agents are placed. This chamber is where virus samples are placed.
So, first objective. We need to make sure our science man doesn't die.
This is a storage
Sounds...
cabinet.
Yeah?
A gas tank marked O2. A
What
gas
could that
tank
be?
Marked H2.
Wait, O2? Isn't that oxide? Like 2 oxygen molecules? Let's fiddle with this thing.
Nothing happens.
There's nothing at the moment for me.
So, this is kind of an annoying thing. We can't do anything in this room just yet.
Oh.
And it's not because there's no power or anything. We need a certain something.
The virus?
Someone left a perfectly good massive wrench here.
You fail to obtain. You pick up a large wrench. Turbines of a Cochrane 500 class fusion drive, manufactured over a century ago on Alpha Centauri.
Whoa.
I didn't realize that they use these old fusion reactors anymore.
This engine's over 100 years old.
Mr. Scott would tell you, the Cochrane 500 is renowned for its reliability and perfectly suited for a station of this size.
Hey, this thing's real old, isn't it?
Thanks, Red Shirt.
Sir, I'll watch the door so we don't get cornered.
By steering this wheel, sir.
You need something to pry this open.
Okay, well, I have a wrench. Will that work?
I mean, it's not a crowbar.
The panel is open.
Oops.
You see vast quantities
Oops.
of dust and stripped insulation from wiring repairs made to the console in the past.
Did it just put all this junk back in every time they repaired it?
Grab a handful of insulation.
I'm sure this will be useful.
It says insulation, but
Wait.
Wiring repair jobs sometimes make a mess.
Looks more like
This
wires.
insulation was left over from someone who thought their repairs good enough. This is
Don't let Scotty see this.
ventilation shaft. This is a service access panel permitting used up or worn materials to be replaced.
Okay. Well, let's have a peek in there.
I'm sure this isn't going to be dangerous.
Just a
The
closet.
panel opens. You see a gas tank
You never know.
N2 with its feed lines running deeper
Nitrogen?
into the wall.
Yes. We can't carry
Let's
this.
put this in my pants. Damn it!
Lines firmly attached.
It's already it's attached to the wall. The feed lines are attached. So let's turn the
Okay.
gas feed off.
Nothing happens. The tank detaches easily.
I guess this
Now we
may
put it
be
in our
easier to
pants.
replace the tank every so often, eh, Captain?
Very astute, Red
No,
Shirt.
it's way too heavy. Look at the size of that thing. You crazy? Come on now.
It's full of gas. It's not like solid.
Ever hold a propane tank? Even empty, those things are pretty heavy.
Hmm.
So the reason
Yeah, I
we can't
guess.
do anything here is because the gas feed's off.
Gas feed is on.
Thankfully, you don't have to do that for both of the canisters. which would be a little too much,
I would assume you did.
right?
The machine synthesizes a liter of pure water.
A clean
Ah,
drink of water,
delicious.
but I don't see its application in the context of our difficulties, Captain.
Well, Spock, you gotta stay hydrated, you know?
I thought you were science man here,
You
Spock.
take a 1-liter container of pure water.
What's this, a hoverboard?
A small field effect anti-gravity unit useful
Yes.
for moving things too
Yes.
heavy to lift and carried by muscle alone. You take the anti-grav unit.
This is an outstanding facility, Captain.
I'm also dying,
Spock,
Captain.
This is the kind of place he likes.
I fail to see the... Nothing to report.
You don't have anything to say about any of this? Okay, fine.
Nothing.
I have seen it before, Captain.
Let's just go ahead and preempt this.
Gas feed is off.
Because we are going to be tinkering with that and swapping the tubes around. And anytime you want to do that, you have to manually shut off the
Gas feed on, gas feed off, gas feed on.
Oh, yeah.
You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely.
It sure beats hauling it around on our back, sir.
Your back, Richard.
So, thankfully, this thing can be used on all the tanks simultaneously, just about.
Ah, a multi-unit.
Yes. Alright, what if we put nitrogen...
In hydrogen?
Nitrogen and hydrogen.
Install the gas tank to the
And of course, don't...
I'm sure this won't create some kind of horrifying and deadly gas.
The machine synthesizes a liter of ammonia.
Like I said.
I hope you don't want me to swab the deck with that, Captain.
I think we can set this aside and not worry about it.
Oh.
No, we're gonna take it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
It's
fine.
Oh no!
It's fine.
He's dying!
No, he's not fine. We need to work a little... We gotta work fast here. Alright, we have ammonia.
Yep. At first I thought that's why he was coughing.
No.
But no, he's dying.
So, in the freezer unit, we have multiple samples of the Ouroboros virus.
Delicious.
Nothing happened.
Iced virus.
What do you have to say about this?
There's nothing there required.
I say...
There's nothing.
Alright, fine. Science.
Nothing to report.
This device is used for the rapid reproduction of virus cultures in the presence of suspected anti-agents.
Uh-huh. Hey, what if we combine ammonia with virus?
Eureka, this is it, Jim.
Turns out that's all you needed.
All I need to do is
You just had to swab it a little. It's a cleaning agent.
You know, just clean out the virus.
There is a single viral
Wow. Here,
and
just
it can
down
be
this
the
ammonia.
Ouroboros cure.
Do not do
Inject this
that.
ammonia into your veins.
Do not do that. Do not inject cleaning.
Retrieve the Ouroboros. Done.
Also, were you born in a barn? Shut the freezer. You're letting the cold out. Okay, so I'm gonna save here in case I
Save new
mess
game.
up
Too
the...
many games.
God
Save
damn it.
new delete preview. Save replay delete save delete preview. Save new.
I think all we need to do is set this in here. Make sure the gas feed is off, I think, because it needs to make more of this. Not necessarily...
Gas feed is...
We don't need to combine it.
Nothing happens.
No, that's not right. Hold on. It all made so much sense to me when I first played through this a couple days ago.
Gas feed is...
Uh-huh.
Fascinating.
You don't need to use the wrench on that, Captain.
Violence is not the answer, Captain.
There we go. Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Alright.
So...
This is the door to the...
Yeah,
In principle, Captain, this
yeah.
is simple. When this chamber is empty and gas tanks are attached, it will combine...
Now we've done it. Explain how we do it.
Next, he'll tell us the DNA molecule is simple.
Compared to many molecular models, it is, Doctor.
I rest my case.
You take the hypo with Ouroboros toxin cure.
Yeah, hold still, Spock.
Yeah, just hold still.
There.
Okay, here you go, Bones.
Well, yeah, he's the doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Finally, a human response.
Ah, okay. Time limit's done. No more time limit. That's a relief.
Easy.
This mission stressed me out so much as a kid. Like,
Can't imagine why.
Insanely stressed out. Alright, well now we are free to fuck around with the chemicals. So let's fuck around with the gases here.
Oh no.
Gas feed...
Let's see. Oh, that's a door to the bridge.
What?
Okay, neat. I didn't know about that. Mostly because you can't see it here.
It's a doorway effect. It was in another place, the other
Yeah.
room too.
Yeah.
You attach the anti-gravity...
What if we combine nitrogen and oxygen?
Gas tank to the synthesizer's Gas feed is on.
Why, we make nitrous oxide.
A liter of nitrous
You know, laughing gas.
Be careful with that canister, Captain. I think you would not care to fall under the effects of laughing gas in these straits.
Do you mean to say it's undignified, Spock?
It is, at the least, inappropriate for a starship crew on duty, Doctor.
What a buzzkill.
You take a 1-liter container of nitrous oxide. Save new game. Replace.
So if you just use this in anywhere.
A loud hissing fills the room.
You look
Oops.
troubled, Captain.
How whimsical.
It takes a moment to take effect. I think you actually have to leave the room first. Yeah, that's gonna happen a couple times. Like I said, this game is not free of bugs. They slapped this version together in a year, basically. After the floppy disk version came out, that was not voiced.
Yeah, it's true gravy.
What's General Order 24?
mentioned in Whom Gods Destroy and a Taste of Armageddon as allowing for destruction of all life on a planet. Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Alright, this little Easter egg's taking a little too long for my liking. Yeah, okay. So
Exterminatus.
Bones will say stuff like, he'll start singing I'm a Little Teapot, or he'll start asking Spock to sing with him, and Spock will just say something like, try taking deep breaths to clear your head.
And your lungs.
But yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. And the Force Kelly has a good time with it. I'm kind of sad it isn't working. This ain't it. Hold on.
What?
No, it's fine. I have 2 save games called Oops.
Oops, 2 save games.
Let's go ahead and get rid of one of them. No, wait.
Save new game. Cancel. Delete previous. Save new.
Alright, so next thing we need to do is we need to do something about those Romulans down there.
Those pesky Romulans.
I wonder if there's any way we can incapacitate them.
Probably has some kind of virus.
No, we're not going to go that far.
Spock, check out the station.
Fine.
Please select subject file.
If you access the computer again, you get this.
Ouroboros virus. Ouroboros virus. Atypical growth patterns for L-type virus. Opportunistic pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Etiology: contact or airborne vector with alveoli microcollapse. Involvement immediately upon exposure. Tissue dehydration follows pneumal flooding. Mortality: 0.6 in 1.0 stardates. 1.0 within 2.0 stardates treatment, none. Named for the mythic world snake that swallows its own tail. Please select TLTDH gas, nitrous oxide, ammonia.
Too long to describe here? Gas?
Well.
TLTDH gas.
No.
The chemical compound. Tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide. Colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness.
Unconsciousness?
Hey!
Hey!
We want that.
Yeah!
TLTDH became popular to cook up from non-conductive tantalithial compounds commonly used as electrical insulation.
Electrical insulation?
How convenient.
You fucking say. Okay. You can also read up on laughing gas, ammonia.
Crack open your high school chemistry book.
And, dihydrogen oxide. Water.
Hey, Wow. I'm sure a lot of people went like, what the fuck is this?
It felt very silly, yes. That's absolutely intentional.
Please select Ouroboros via exit.
Once you've selected an exit, you can't back out of it. We actually don't want to go here yet, because all we've got's insulation. We just have some wires. You can't do anything with that. And we don't want the wires. We want what's in the
they're
wires.
worthless.
So let's just stick them in the old distillerationalizer here.
Distill the quantity of polyberyl carbonate.
Now.
Save new game.
Just in case I screw up here.
Gas feed is off.
Damn it. Or is that good?
I don't. We don't want to make nitrous oxide combined with this. I think it's. Oh, I feel stupid now. I've forgotten. Fortunately, we can just
I wasn't paying
access this
attention.
again.
Check out the
I do just want to be sure.
Please select T TLTDH gas. The chemical compound. Tantalum, bilithium,
Dihydroxide.
colorless,
So,
odorless,
yeah.
non-flammable,
Hydrogen oxide. Oxygen.
ATM, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom
Well, let's go
the
cook up some
feelings of exhilaration,
too long to describe here gas.
sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post and please select Ouroboros via exit.
You attach the anti-grav gas feed. A loud hissing fills the room.
I recommend we follow the design specifications of the machine. 2 gas tanks should always be attached before activating it.
Yep, that just doesn't work, so we'll stick this back on here.
Nothing
I
happens.
said we'll stick this back on here.
It would be very dangerous to place the tanks with...
You do it, Spock.
Gas feed is... You install the gas tank. Gas feed is on. Save new replace. The machine synthesizes 1 liter of TLTDH gas.
An unusual compound, Captain. It can induce laughter and feelings
We heard
of
the computer.
exhilaration in some, much
Mrs.
the way
Spock.
nitrous oxide affects humans.
It doesn't affect Vulcans, of course.
Actually, Doctor, both Romulans and Vulcans suffer its effects.
Why, that's just dandy. Vulcan laughing gas.
Please, Doctor, this is not a laughing matter.
I do like Spock's choice of words in
You take a
describing it.
1 liter container of TLTDH gas.
Both Romulans and Vulcans suffer
Save
the
new
effects.
feed, replace previous.
They are forced to suffer emotional outbursts.
A loud
Oops.
hissing fills the room.
Oh, Butterfingers. It's gonna impact your score, Mr. Kirk.
Let's see if we can get...
Are you sure you have to leave the room?
Yes, because I tried it out and stood here for about 20 minutes after opening the canister in this room.
Romulan laughing gas. My father would never approve. Romulan laughing gas.
Of course they'd be chosen at random and I'd keep getting the same one over and over. Now that I'm actually showing it off.
Yeah.
And here I thought they were on a cycle. A linear cycle.
Also, Spock is ripped. Look at that.
They're all ripped, yeah.
I remember my mother trying to tell me jokes when I was a child. Now, I finally understand them.
Aw.
Yeah.
Something positive came out of Kirk's assholishness.
Accidentally gassing his son. Accidentally? I did. Well, I said whoops.
Uh-huh.
I remember my mother trying to tell me...
Okay, alright.
I don't suppose you'd enjoy the psychological release of a few good belly laughs, Spock. We could open the canister right here if you like.
I would strongly recommend against it, Doctor.
The vent is now open. It leads to the lower deck.
Alright, just drop a grenade down here. I mean... Thirsty?
The air vent becomes wet.
Oh.
No, that's a waste of the water. I just love stuff like that. I use water on it. It becomes wet.
It gets wet.
It's wet now. Oh.
With a hiss, the Romulan laughing gas billows down the vent. You hear the muffled sounds through the vent of hearty Romulan laughter, followed by the dull thud of bodies hitting the deck.
Oops.
Alright. How hardy?
Okay, now we can safely take the ladder.
These Romulans are totally out of it.
Jim, we've got to help these men before they die. The laughing gas did the trick, Jim. But these Romulans are still very, very sick. They've only got hours left.
Oh, fine.
Yep, this is optional, but you want to do it, obviously.
I guess it also cures laughing gas.
It seems to have shaken them out of the
The
unconsciousness.
Romulans stir weakly, then begin to get up. They've all been cured.
They're severely dehydrated, but they'll live. We got to them in time.
Dehydrated?
Dehydrated?
Well, here you go.
The Romulans drink thirstily and empty the container.
Take it easy now. You'll feel better in a few minutes. Good thing we had the water available, Jim.
We aren't barbarians, in spite of what some people think.
And things we can do.
So, we want more water.
More water!
Yeah, we need to make some more water. Well, we don't need to, but we need to, you know?
We need to!
Yeah.
The machine synthesizes a liter of pure water.
Spock still says the same thing, where he's like, well, I don't see the logic in it, Captain. Also, shut the closet door. Are you born in a barn?
Maybe. Where was Kirk born?
Iowa. So maybe.
Could have been a future barn.
Yep. Places people. There you go.
This Romulan is groggy, but conscious.
Nothing worse than groggy Romulans.
I guess.
Oh no!
Dr. Carol Marcus, head of this station's research team.
Nothing else to say? Oh, okay.
How about someone giving us a hand?
In a minute.
Dr. Anthony Cheever.
You're not
assistant.
immediately important.
Hey, does anyone in Starfleet know how to untie a knot?
I seem to have forgotten.
Alright,
something.
phases to unknot.
Ropes until they're untied.
Oh.
I don't care who does it, but could somebody get around to doing it on this star date?
Uh-huh, okay.
No.
The Romulan Preax stirs weakly, then begins to get up. He has been cured.
He's severely dehydrated, but he'll live.
I got the cure for that too.
The Romulan Preax drinks thirstily and empties the container.
The other Romulans...
Wow, the entire they shared.
He just downs the whole thing.
Take it easy now. You'll feel better in a few minutes. Good thing we had the water available, Jim.
We aren't barbarians, in spite of what some might think.
We still aren't barbarians.
The Preax remains silent, but glances between you and your tied-up companions.
They've been through a good deal of stress, but they're already starting to recover. Their heart rate is dropping and their blood pressure is also dropping.
Thank God it's you, Jim. I'm so glad you came.
It's about time someone got here.
Thank you for saving our station, Jim.
I have called off the Romulan attack on this station, Kirk. I believed your virus was some kind of deliberate attack, but your great honor and compassion have convinced me otherwise.
You also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Princess. You may return to Romulan space without Federation interference.
I don't know.
I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. It was all an accident, right, Dr. Marcus? Save it for someone who's buying Prex. Leave Federation space immediately or we'll scatter your atoms across the quadrant.
I mean,
too much.
Yeah, we don't want to appear weak, but that's a little too aggressive.
I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. It was all an accident, right, Dr. Marcus?
Absolutely. We've already destroyed all cultures and purged the data files. This will never happen again.
It's likely they did all of that before starting to clean up. They probably managed to do that just before the Romulans showed up.
One of the logs mentioned something like,
yeah,
we discovered the virus also did this. Oops.
Whoops. We spilled it.
And then like, oh, we're deleting it, but then oh no.
You are also a worthy opponent, Preax. May you live long and prosper.
You'll never cease to amaze me, Jim.
Goodbye, Carol.
Goodbye, Jim.
Well, gentlemen, let's go home.
Not gonna wait till the Romulan leaves, just gonna leave.
Nah, they're done. They've already called off the attack, pinky swear.
Message from
Uh-huh.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Perfect.
And evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
I wonder if I'll see Carol again.
Well, if you don't, you can always drown your sorrow in some Romulan ale.
That's illegal. Damn it.
Tell that to the Romulans, Jim. I found a whole case they brought on board the Arc-7.
Oh, I'm gonna have to confiscate that.
That it won't, Mr. Scott.
Okay, I think that's enough for our first outing. We're at the halfway point.
Ah, look what you've done.
Oh no, a fine mess.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We'll go through the briefing because there's no way to select the mission in this game. It immediately plops you at the first mission.
We have reports of an undetermined number of Elasi pirate ships in your sector.
God damn it.
You are ordered
Fucking
to proceed
pirates.
to the Harlequin star system immediately and investigate.
Station a fleet here, get that piracy number down.
Save new game.
What is this, the Wild West?
It is the final frontier, so
Yes, it is.
But
Period!
alright.
Exclamation point.
Okay. Until next time.